Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. How is it going, people? How is it going, people? This is Mr. Laughter on the Arsenal Stand, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring to you some of the latest discussions on Arsenal. As you guys already know, Arsenal is going to play. That is Manchester United come weekend. It's going to be massive and it will be so unfair for any Arsenal player or any Arsenal content creator not to really talk about this in any way. So today, as you guys understand, we are here and we want to discuss more about this. Let me know where you're watching from and let me know all the details that you want us to discuss as we welcome you right away, guys, in this live stream, guys. It's been a while that I've really not done a live stream yet, but I wanted really to do it one for today so we can really discuss this massive game. It's gonna be mouth watering, guys, as you know for sure. It's very interesting as we meet Manchester United, who actually did not win in the Europa League. They drew 1-1, which is amazing for Arsenal as well. We know Arsenal are still in a high and they have won their massive game that is between Arsenal going to PSV Eindhoven, where they won 7-0, which was really a massive boost for this wonderful game, guys. And it's going to be massive again at the Old Trafford, guys. As you know, it's never easy to go to Old Trafford. Arsenal have won their last season, which is great, and it's wonderful news for everybody really to know and be part of this massive game. Like it's crazy, as you guys understand. Sometimes it's just how can I say it? It's difficult to see what Manchester United is actually made of sometimes, because sometimes you feel like Manchester United are improving. Other times you feel like they are not. They're not playing their real game that we always see them play. Because as we know, Amorim has come back here and is really done great in the in trying to stick to his style of play. That is what he keeps saying, that he's gonna stick to his style of play no matter what happened. He can't really do any other thing because it feels like many people are looking into him as a, how can I say, as a failure, because Arsenal, I mean Manchester United needs to rejuvenate, because looking at the table, guys, I can't really believe, and nobody can believe, that Manchester United are number 14 in the Premier League. A very big team in the Premier League. Actually, one of the best teams, I would say, in the Premier League, but they are languishing in the bottom part of the Premier League table, which is crazy to believe and think about it. I mean, by all means, because if you are a Manchester United fan, it's not fun for you, I would say. It's never a fun fact, because if you look at the way Manchester United is playing, I feel like Eric Ten Hag would have been would have done a better job in my view, because Eric Ten Hag has played really well. He managed a lot of things, and it's crazy how things can change just all of a sudden like that, guys, because it's not easy. It's not easy at all, and we don't know really what this entails, because it's not going to really help us in any way, because as we know, Manchester United really needs to step up. If they want to win against Arsenal, they need to step up, because it's not going to be easy against Arsenal. Why do I say this? Because we know they actually took the FA Cup away from us. They drew with Arsenal at the Emirates and went through in the FA Cup. Now Arsenal have to go back to Old Trafford to show them that they are a real team. They are a real deal, who are going to really show Manchester United who Arsenal are exactly. Because if we don't really do that, it's going to be really difficult for really for Manchester United, because we know they're not doing well. But every time we play Manchester United, no matter what, guys, even if you feel like Arsenal are very superior, it's never easy. It's like never easy, because Manchester United just turn up anytime. Like they they bring their A game when it comes to playing against Arsenal. I remember, like, there was a year, maybe 2008, when Arsenal was actually very weak, and Arsenal went to Manchester United And you know, guys, Samaya Naziri scoring 2 goals. That is my best game that I ever watched against Manchester United and Arsenal. It was really, really tremendous because Arsenal was written off. Nobody was saying Arsenal was going to win that game, but it turned out to be a really, really interesting game, and Arsenal won that game. So it's crazy. But as you guys know, it's not easy every time. Um, when you play against Manchester United, whether being at the Emirates or at Old Trafford, it's all difficult. It's really, really difficult to see exactly what we always see in the Premier League, because Premier League is never easy. Because if you feel like, oh, this team is going to really, really go down and they will not play the best game they ever play, never. Manchester United and Arsenal are always, and have always been a very, very tough game, guys. It's been a very, very tough game. Nobody can really tell me that Arsenal and Manchester United is a very small game. They might not all be on form. They may not all be doing their best, but trust me, when it comes to Manchester United and Arsenal, it's crazy. Now let's look at the game itself. Now we're gonna look at the preview. So some of the players that are really missing for Arsenal, as you guys know, the regular players, that is Bukayo Saka, Martinelli. Those are just the regulars who are not going to be available. Tomiyasu is not going to be available for the game as well. And then also some of the players that are not going to be available, the likes of some I think Ben White is back. Actually, Ben White is gonna be featured. I will give you my lineup, what I think about this, because Ben White, since he's coming back, Timber has been tremendous in the right back, but I don't know where to play him. So knowing that Ben White is still there as well, I feel like I can still start with Timber, because he was really, really good in the Arsenal team at PSV. So looking at that, I feel like I can still play Ben White and Julian Timber in that lineup, but that is going to come in a very, very quick manner. But looking at the game, I feel like Manchester United are depleted. They're not doing their best. They're not the greatest team, and Arsenal should go there with a lot of confidence after winning that 4-0. Mikel Arteta had his press conference. We're going to look at the press conference reaction as well, and um, and then to give you some of the things that he said actually in his press conference, because as we know, he is he is really, really doing. He was very excited for the game against Manchester United, but he said it's not going to be easy, as you guys know, because sometimes we feel like, oh, it's gonna be that easy, but it's always not easy, because Manchester United and Arsenal, wherever game they play, anytime, anywhere, is always a big, 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 big team to play. Now, let's see what Mikel Arteta says in his press conference, guys, and it's going to be massive as we discuss some of this reaction and what he was actually asked about, because as we see, sometimes it's really difficult to see what others say. Now let's look at this. So Mikel Arteta held his press conference today, and this is what he said on how the mood has lifted post PSV. It was a great night for us in an important competition. We have a lot of hope in it. The manner of the way we did it lifted everybody, but that is in the past. Unfortunately, it is about what we do today, the preparation for today and tomorrow, and trying to replicate a great performance. That is what he said about PSV Eindhoven's performance. Now, he said on having to take Miles Lewis Kelly out very early in PSV, I think it was quite clear that we had a liability there with the yellow card, and the next action, it wasn't the moment to take any risk, and we have learned from that experience of managing the game for so long, especially with how important this competition is. It is a lesson to learn for him as well, and we will support and help him. But the line is ready. It's really thin in these sports, and he needs to understand that. That is on Louis Miles Kelly, which is very, very true. Actually, Louis Miles Kelly has been very, very tremendous, guys, in his in his view, I would say, because when you look at Luis Maescali, the way he played, it's been really really good, but he still has that edge in him where he's not performing exactly the way he should perform, because I feel like he's gone through a risk. He's a risk taker, which is good, but the way he sometimes take those risks is not what Mikel Arteta really prefer. He doesn't like that, because sometimes when you take risk, you have to be very, very accountable for that. For that, because he's still young, only 18. He thinks he can change and he can bring in his lesson and understand a little bit from that perspective, which is a very, very good thing in my view. Now that is on Lewis Kelly. Let's see. And when he was asked on if he will learn from it quickly, yes, yeah, he said yes, because he's very intelligent and extremely demanding of himself. Reporters enters the press conference room late. That is a fine, by the way, dinner. But straight away, his reaction was good. He is a perfectionist and has a great environment around him as well, and he's here to learn as well. So that is really, really good for Lewis Kelly. We know he's a very good player and he will play really, really well, and has been playing so well for Arsenal. So Mikel is telling people that Lewis Kelly will change and he will be a very good player. Now, on his expectations, Waneri and Lewis Kelly to be called for England, that is for England ready. He said, "I have no idea other than what I have read and heard, the noise around it. Thomas and coaches will take decision and he will support it." So that is what he said, because the rumors has been that um, England is really in need to call that is Lewis Kelly and Waneri to be part of the English squad for the upcoming international break, which is very, very crucial. And we want to see if yeah, Mikel Arteta would allow them to go. He said, yeah, he has no objection. He has no idea. He has heard about it, but it's upon that is Tuchel to come up with his idea on exactly what he wants to do with the players. But he has no objections, and he has nothing to do with it. It's English choice to do that. Now, he also said on if it would be good for them for them at this stage in their careers. He's saying, knowing Thomas and his coaching staff and the environment they have created in the England camp, I think it would be an incredible experience for them in if that is the case. Whenever it is or wherever it is, that's not my decision. How to manage him here is control, but there they will be coached by people that are supposed to are super experienced, far more experienced than me. That is what he's saying about that is Louis Kelly and Waneri. It's very true. I know they're very, very young, but also sometimes the environment that you go into, the society that you go into for the Euros, he has some friends also. We shall know Ben White would be there. Some Arsenal players would also be there, so they don't have to really worry about that so much. It will be a good thing. Now we're gonna move quickly on this on his 200 Premier League matches as our manager and his top three moments. He said it's gone fast. Probably number one would be the day that I was sitting here on the first day, fulfilling that dream of one day becoming the manager of this incredible football club. Then there are many others, but the other night was up there with one of the best because of the way we did it. So Mikel Arteta's 200 game comes tomorrow. I mean on Sunday, which is against Manchester United. So let's see if he's going to win his 200 games. This time has gone really far. 200 games, just only one trophy. Let's see what Mikel will do after just winning a single trophy, guys, and that is FA Cup. No trophy since then. 5 years down the road, and we will see. We will see what will happen with Mikel Arteta. Let's see another thing on the next best memory. We would be that would be a trophy for sure when we won the FA Cup after every thing we went through as a club and COVID period, which was really difficult. So he's saying that winning the FA Cup was one of the highest top things among the 200 games. On the next 200 games, win on Sunday. This is the history industry of what happens. We try our best, have a lot of energy, and I'm still very driven to have more success. That is really said. On Martin Odegaard's contribution, when you have a match data and have looking much data and are looking at a certain aspect of a game, that cannot reflect just the performance of the player, but it's what you are talking about in the face, and then still arriving in the great position in great situations to provide assists and score a goal. And he's proven that many times. The other way was a very good example of that. So that is on Odegaard being the sole provider of the scores and the assists that Arsenal need. And that is what he is saying. It's been very, very good. I know Trossard hasn't been on it this very season, and he's still going to improve as the game goes on. We still have about 9, 10 goals left. Games left. So, which means it's going to be really, really important for Arsenal to take charge and play with Odegaard or without Odegaard in the mix. All right, so a lot of stuff. We're not gonna go all through this. Let's see some important stuff. Call of Fury and Lewis Kelly. What did he say about it? On Chidi Obi Martin leaving the summer, he said it wasn't too involved. I wasn't too involved in that decision when a player decides the best outcome for him for him is to leave. There's not a lot you can do. It's very unfortunate because we want to keep our players from the academy and for them to be very successful with the first team. But in that case, and Hayden Heaven, we weren't able to do that. So that is Chidi Obi Martin leaving. As you know, he has joined Manchester United, and it's going to be always you want to keep your best players at the academy, but that is what he's saying, that he's disappointed with that, but nothing else to do. If a player wants to leave, he can leave. On the perception that academy players had no pathway here, I don't know what the perception is outside, but internally, no. The reality is very different because here there are those players, Lewis Kelly, Waneri, are with us. I guarantee you that if there is a player that can help and impact the first team, they will be with us. That is very true because we know that Chidobe Martin left, but also right now this would be his position to play. He would have been in a very, very good position to play as a striker. As we know, Arsenal is missing strikers for this moment. So there's pathway for the Arsenal. So we don't have to worry about that. On balancing Kelly's game and I think it's about dominating the situation, control the situation. You need to dominate what space you are defending, what is the level of exposure that you have. Is the opponent facing you or not facing you? What are the probability to win the ball, and when you do have to commit certain duels, then you have to apply defensive principles that are very clear to have. Most of the time, the best possibility to win the ball or not gets exposed. If you don't do that, then there is a problem. So that is with Luis Kelly's tackles. We know he has already had one red card turned down, and yellow cards coming up every second, almost every game he played. So it's going to be good for him to learn. Now, on if Call of Fury attacking ability surprise to him, he certainly has the capacity to flow in areas that for a defender is very unusual. That was something that really caught my eye. The other one is that he is very unpredictable, sometimes chaotic, and that can be very difficult as well from the position that I owe that eye for the goal, especially from open play. I don't have that understanding of the things he could do, but you see it day to day in training that he is capable of creating things. Which is true. I feel like Calafiori is good at going forward instead of really playing like in the back or even defending. I feel like Arsenal can use him in very, very various positions. All right, those are enough, I think, for the case. Some of it is not important. Honey's wife releasing a new book this week. I'm very proud of her because she's doing amazing. She has an incredible career in various ways, and she is very much into that right now. I have the person that I love most in this world next to me and giving everything that she gives me. So I feel very lucky. That is Michaela Arteta's wife writing a book. I don't know what the book is about, but if you know, let me know. That is one. Let's look at on United. On United being able to get wins when they are not expected. There's history of that in the football club. The players have. They have, and the club that they have been watching the game last night against Real Sociedad, it became very clear that they are very capable of putting a really strong performance in and beat you on the day. We know the difficulty of the match, and that's what we are preparing for. So, for sure, Manchester United sometimes you feel like they're not doing great, but also you have to know that if you are playing with Manchester United, trust me, you have to be on your game. You have to be on top of the game for that case. So it's very very crucial, and it's been really really good for Arsenal the last few seasons because Arsenal have really won a lot of games in between them. Now, we know that Manchester United at Old Trafford haven't been great. We're going to look at the table itself and how many um, games they have really, really won this time and compare it with Arsenal. I know they're not doing great, but you never know. Sometimes you feel like Manchester United haven't been doing great, but on the table here, Manchester United is number number 14 on the league. They have won uh, two games in their last five, and the last one was a win, as you guys know. Um, their win has been really, really tremendous. Let's see, in their last five games, they have won. Real Sociedad played 1-1. Man United, Ipswich, they played 3-2. And then that is with Fulham. Fulham beating them in the FA Cup, and Everton going 2-2. Then Man United were with Sociedad last week. That was 1-1. So it's still Arsenal. They have not been doing great. So it's not going to be easy matches. We know they haven't been doing great. That is with with Manchester United and what is his name? Amorim also said it's gonna be difficult. They have to survive, and with Arsenal scoring 7 goals, they don't know what really will come by, and it's going to be very, very crucial that they stay on top of the game, as they know it's a very important game for them as well, and they also have a game to play again on Thursday with Real Sociedad, which is going to be intriguing. Will be really really difficult for anyone to see that happen and we see looking at my predicted lineup right now, guys. For Arsenal, I'm gonna go with David Raya still on the line. It's gonna be in my striking line, David Raya. In the defense, I'm gonna go still with. I'm starting with Luis Kelly because it's good in defense. I would start Calafiori, but I feel like Luis Kelly might suit this game because we know Guy Nacho is very very quick, and we want to take care of that line. So we have Luis Kelly starting, and then we have Gabriel and Saliba still in the middle, and then Gabriel team. I mean, Julian Timber will go in the number two. I'll still go with that. And we have also in the midfield, I will still go with Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. I'll do that. And also in the striking line, guys, I will still start, our main striker nowadays. Who is that main striker, guys? That is Mikel Moreno. So I will still go with him and have Trossard and Wanieri airfield. So still go the same way, 4-3-3 formation for Arsenal. That is my view on the game. I'm going for a prediction right now. I will see what would be my prediction? I feel like Arsenal can go on and win, but it's going to be a tight win because Manchester United, as people think it's not going to be a very big game, it will be a very, very difficult game to play. But I'm still going to put that is maybe a 3-1 win for Arsenal. A 3-1 win for Arsenal that would make it for sure. It will be difficult, but Arsenal will come through. That would be the first time Arsenal wins at Old Trafford or beats Manchester United home and away for 3 times in a row if they happen to win. And it's also 200 Ateta's game, so it's going to be massive. And the players have to execute this fully and execute this game fully when it comes to that. Yeah, it's massive. It will be massive game at Old Trafford. Let me know in your comment what you think about the game and subscribe to the channel, guys. If you have not subscribed yet, and be part of the Arsenal Standards. We bring to you lots and lots of footballing news on Arsenal. News at Arsenal. And also, we know that Real Sociedad, not Real Sociedad, that is RB Leipzig. They're saying Arsenal is still on the verge of signing Sesko as comes in the summer, and they're looking very closely to finalize the deal if everything goes well, because it's going to be massive for Arsenal to do that right away. So let's see what will happen from that. And also, sporting director is still on the radar. We don't know who is going to be taken, who Arsenal will take for the sporting director uh, for the Premier League giants that is Arsenal. But let's see if they can make it through and really perform to the best. To get the right sporting director. Batha is saying is leading, so let's see if he's gonna lead and be the sporting director. Let me know, who do you want as your sporting director, and also what is your prediction for the match as it comes to Manchester United playing Arsenal very, very closely. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and let me know in the comment about the game. And yeah, ciao, one love, and we'll see you all, guys, again when it comes to yeah, the Premier League matches and preview. One love. See you guys.